There are certain things that often show up on our miniatures, be it bones, skulls, chains, fur, armor, or skin. One of those things that can be painted in a lot of different ways and in a lot of different colors is leather. There are pouches, there is boots, there are robes and hats. The list goes on. You can paint it red, black, and various tones of browns. Leather can be new and full of vibrancy, or it can be cracked and distressed, telling a story about the harsh life our miniatures have lived. In this video, I will go through one of the ways of painting leather. Don't think of this as the only way to do it, it's far from that. But it is, however, a way that I found very quick and effective to achieve a result that I fancy. You're watching Witness My Minis. My name is Peter. This is Wild. And today we paint distressed leather. Let's go. I will be painting this bust from Mindwork Games. It's from their series The Diner at the End of the Galaxy. The first season included great busts as the chef, the doctor, and many more. The second season has so far only 2 busts announced, and I will be painting the sheriff. When I first assembled the bust and spun it in my hands, I couldn't help but to take note of the jacket he was wearing. Perfect for a sheriff to be spotting a distressed leather jacket. I start by priming black. The technique I will be using when painting our leather jacket can be used on smaller miniatures as well. But of course it's easy for me to show you guys on a larger surface. After the primer has set, I go in with a larger dry brush, but I don't use it for dry brushing. Instead I dip it in moist paint and then I stab the coat all over. I use Mournfang Brown from Citadel, but you can use any similar color. I focus on the areas that will see the most wear, like folds and parts that move. But with this first layer I still go into darker areas as well, to also create interest in the shadows. I do however make sure to not cover all of the black, since I want a full range of values. For the hard to reach areas I change to a small sponge and some tweezers. For the second layer of paint I mix my Mournfang Brown with Sunny Skin Tone from Vallejo. I use a dry brush again, but this time I focus my stabbing from above to highlight the jacket. I also try for the most part to stay within the first layer of the brown color. For the third layer of paint I use pure Sunny Skin Tone. And this one I do with a regular brush. I focus on outlining the edges with dots and scratches, as well as placing the final highlights within the previous stabbed zones. By outlining the edges I can create readability in all of the chaos. And now it all looks like a mess, but let's bring it all together with the ink through the airbrush. I use an ink from Green Stuff World, Walnut Brown. I make sure to go all over the surfaces, going somewhat lighter over the bright areas than I do with the shadows. The black primer showing through should not be black after this step, but tinted by the ink. After going this heavy with an ink, the surface is glossy, and I dull it back down with Ultra Matte Varnish from AK Interactive. The last thing I do is to black line with a brush and some black ink to bring back some more definition. So yeah, this took me minutes to achieve, and I'm quite happy with the results. What do you think? Do you have other ways to paint leather? What did you think about this shorter video to just focus in on one particular part of the painting? Write your comments down in the below. I would love to hear any feedback that you might have. So this will be a part of a 3-part series. Next up, I will paint the alien squid skin. And if you're watching this before that has been released, please make sure to press the bell icon down below so that you will be notified when I release that video. And of course, if you're watching this video after the fact, the video should be down below. As always, thanks to my dear patrons for sticking around and spurring me on. I made a very simple PDF with all the steps and the colors that I've used. I put it on the Patreon free of charge, no subscription needed. So if you want to have that close at hand when attempting this process, please go on my Patreon and grab it. The link is down below. That's it for this time. See you in the next one. Bye.